Hey, what's up guys, it's Ezra, and today we're going to be reviewing a pair of the Beckett Simonon black leather Chelsea boots. So let's get into it. So taking a look inside the box, you'll first notice a booklet detailing just the materials used and the cleaning process for the Chelsea boot. After that, there are two separate inserts for the Chelsea boot in case the other ones wear down, or in case you'd rather have a black insert rather than the tan insert that comes standard with it. And finally, you'll receive two individual dust bags for the Chelsea boot that just say Beckett Simonon on them, and this is just to maintain the quality of the boot and just keep any dust or any other foreign particles off of it. And again, you get an individual one for each boot. And then getting into the actual boot itself, you'll see I actually got the black color, just a matte black. There's a slight shine to it, nothing too major. Not looking like tuxedo shoes or anything, so that's a plus. Taking a look at the outside, you'll notice that the leather is a full grain calfskin leather. And for those of you that don't know, full grain leather is leather that is taken from the top of the hide. So when they first get the hide of a cow, it's just the highest quality of leather that you can get from a cow. Also adding to that, it is a calfskin leather, which just means it is softer and more buttery, and just looks better to the eye and feels better on the foot. Moving on from there, we'll take a look at the outsole here, and you'll notice that this is also a Beckett leather sole, which just adds to the comfortability of the shoe again. And it does get beat up pretty quickly. I have had these boots for about 2 or 3 months now, and I've worn them, and the bottom looks pretty beat up, but it doesn't feel that way at all in the inside of the shoe. It just kind of looks like that, but this does increase the comfortability. And then taking a look at the heel cap here, it is rubber, and that is just to prevent any slipping, or yeah, pretty much just to prevent slipping and just to add good support for your heel there. Rounding it out to the back here, you'll see the leather strip on the heel cap, and that leads up to the black pull tab. And then going to the sides here, you'll notice the rubberized gussets, and that's just to maintain and secure your foot into the boot. Taking a look on the inside, this is also a Beckett leather lining, and what Beckett leather is it's kind of just a raw, uncured leather that feels better on the skin and just really buttery and just feels great on your foot. Popularized by Louis Vuitton. I'm sure you guys will know what Louis Vuitton is, but they use the same leather on their bags just when they manufacture them. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, the Chelsea boot was originally designed by Queen Victoria's bootmaker back in the 1700s, around there, and it was popularized later on by the Beatles and Kanye West more recently. Yeah, the Beatles just kind of wore this boot everywhere they went, and it just became really popular then. And then more recently, Kanye West kind of brought them back just because he's Kanye West, and you know, whatever Kanye wears, people want to wear. So that's part of the reason why I decided to pick it up, to be honest, but really glad that I did. Finally, taking a look at the construction of the boot itself. It is constructed using a Blake stitch construction. And for those of you that don't know what that means, Blake stitching is done by a specialized machine, and the people that create the boot have to use that machine, and it's stitched here, and you'll see the thread in the outsole here. They use a waxed rope just to add to the quality of materials and just to aid in how long the boot lasts. So I picked these boots up just because I kind of wanted something that would bridge the gap between a more dressy shoe and something like a standard sneaker here. You know, this is pretty informal, pretty casual, and this is kind of like a step up between like this and like a more dress shoe, kind of like something you'd wear with a suit, which makes it really great because I could wear it with more casual outfits or a more formal outfit. Like I said, I've had these for about 3 months now, and I've really enjoyed my experience with this boot itself. I'd like to give a lot of all the credit to Beckett Simonon in creating a quality boot. It's been pretty good so far. So initially when I first put the boot on, it does fit a little tight, but it will loosen over time and just become more and more comfortable. And just talking about how the boot performed itself, I walked around my college campus up at the University of Utah. I wore this a lot up there, and you know, it's a lot of sidewalks, walking up and down. So there is some slight creasing beginning to happen, just because I had to go up and down the streets, but it is not a significant amount, and you can't really tell. I can only really tell because I'm up close to it. It was a really comfortable ride for my foot, and I have no complaints there. And then also, I would like to mention that I did get caught in the rain and the snow a couple of times in these boots, and they still look pretty brand new. If you're worried about these boots just falling apart if you get any water on them, I wouldn't, because they're pretty sturdy and well built, so I wouldn't worry about that. Now, that's not to say to just go out in the rain and just run around in these, because that's just not what they're built for. They're leather boots, so if you get too much water on them, it will ruin them. But I wouldn't worry about a little sprinkle there. These will stay pretty well built. Just to maintain the boot itself, I also picked up a pair of just shoe trees. These are just cedar shoe trees I just picked up from my local Allen Edmonds store. And in the booklet that Beckett Simonon gives you, they recommend getting a pair of these just to put in after every time you wear these boots. So that just helps to maintain the smell, so they smell pretty good, and then also just to maintain the interior of the boot so it doesn't fall apart there. So yeah, just rounding out the review of the boot itself, I've been extremely satisfied with Beckett Simonon as a company, and then also just the quality of goods that they provide has been excellent. So overall, I'd give this boot probably about an 8 here, just because what you pay for and what you get are extremely worth it. You know, when you go out to the store and pay $200 for a boot, you're probably not going to get the same quality materials that you will in this boot. And that's just to applaud Beckett Simonon as a company and what they're offering customers who work through them. Alright guys, so we're just back at the table here. Just to round everything out, for those of you that don't know how Beckett Simonon works, it is a recently emerging company following a made-to-order business model. And what that means is they run multiple campaigns throughout their webpage featuring boots like this and other styles of boots, and even bags and belts. And they have limited campaigns, so they only stock as much as people purchase. So once they're sold out, they're completely sold out. Go through a whole process to fulfill your order and create your item by hand. It takes some time to source the material, and just know that you're getting the highest quality for your money. But yeah, if you guys like this review, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I want to just give a shout out to Adela over at Beckett Simonon, and then also Brian for recording this video.